Howdy folks, thanks for coming here and checking out this Fallout 76 video. Today we're here to talk about the Electro Enforcer, one of the other weapons that you can pick up from the Invaders from Beyond event. Every time you take part in the event, on the hour of every hour, you will have a chance to pick up the weapon itself, the plan for the weapon itself, and also the corresponding mods. So that's pretty much how you pick it up. Just take part in the event and you'll have a chance to get it. But there are easier ways to pick up these weapons. Similar to the Alien Disintegrator video I made here a couple of days ago, you can check that video out here on the top right hand corner by just clicking on that lovely little button there. But similar to that, you can actually trade for this weapon, or the plans for this weapon. You can trade it with a friend, you can buy it out of player vendors. There's much more easier ways to actually get this. So if you don't have a chance to take part in the Invaders from Beyond event, as I said, there's much more easier ways to actually pick this up. So not all hope is lost. But today we are going to be checking out first of all the weapon, the mods, and then also as well just talking about some of the different effects that come with this weapon. As you can see there, yes, I do have a bloodied 40% weapon speed, or should I say faster swing speed, and then +3 strength Electro Enforcer. But I will also be doing a full health test on this weapon as well. Like my previous videos, I have been incorporating a low health version and also a full health version because I know a lot of you would like to see the full health version. So we are going to be doing that here today as well. So let's talk about the mods and also a little bit about the weapon. So taking a look at the mods, there's not really a lot that you need to pick up for this. There's only a couple. But starting off with the freezing mod, as you can see there, you will get 304 base damage and then 1168 cryo damage, but that's with the low health build that I'm currently running at the moment, and then also a couple of different effects and buffs that I'm currently utilizing with this weapon at the moment, and we'll get into that in very shortly. Moving on, we also have the overcharge mod. As you can see, it will give us 304 base damage and then 1448 energy damage. Then we have the poison mod, which will give us 304 base damage, 584 poison damage, but then also 1887 poison damage over time, as you can see there, over 7 seconds. Then lastly, we have the spiked electro mod, which will give us 1168 energy damage, and of course the same base damage as every single one of these. Now, out of all of these mods, you're probably thinking to yourself, well, look, the freezing mod is giving me 1168, that's giving me 1448, but realistically, the best mod out of all of these is the poison mod. Hands down, this is the best mod to go for because you do have a couple of combinations there. You've got your base damage, your poison damage, and then you also get the poison damage over time effect, which is really, really good. So going up against super mutants, things like that, you can pretty much one-hit them, but then you will also notice that it will take a couple of seconds for them to actually die. So you'll get them to about maybe 5% health or 10% health, and then also the poison over time effect will then kick in and finally finish them off. So yeah, the poison one is definitely the way to go. Now, moving on, as I said, when it comes to the legendary effects, I will be doing a low health and full health variant. With the low health one, we have gone with a bloodied. We've also gone with 40% weapon speed because mainly, as you can see there, the actual swing speed on the weapon is very slow. And you will notice without even the 40% weapon speed or even the likes of, I can't remember what the perk card is a martial artist or something like that anyway, you will notice that it is particularly slow. But if you do pop this on, it is going to make a huge difference, especially when you're, because you are a melee build, you're going to be getting up close and personal in a lot of those combat engagements. You're going to really benefit from the 40% weapon speed. I know naturally when it comes to melee weapons, a lot of people tend to go for the 40% power attack damage, but I personally really like this one, and it really makes a very big difference. And then lastly, with the final legendary effect, we do have +3 to strength, because again, with any melee build, the more strength that you have, the more damage you'll be dealing. And also a quick little note, I am on a custom world, so we can actually test out all of these different effects and all of these different mods. So just let you know, that's why I have all of these actually applied. Then also as well, for the full health test, we will be going with an anti-armor version, pretty much the exact same legendary effects as we have with the bloodied, 40% and +3 to our strength. Now you're probably wondering, well, why do I have a warglaive there as well? Well, look, I want to be brutally honest. Similar to the Alien Disintegrator video I made, when it comes to this weapon, when it comes to two-handed melee weapons, look, it's not the best when it comes to its category. It's very, very powerful, and you'll see here from the demonstrations that we're about to do, but I probably would recommend going down the route if you're trying to get the most amount of damage out of two-handed melee weapons, probably looking at the likes of a Warglaive or even pretty much an auto axe. But be aware, and just to let you know, the auto axe is getting a nerf with the Gleaming Depths update, but we'll get into that at a later date, and we'll do further testing and see exactly what it's like. So for like boss events and things like that, maybe yeah, stick with the likes of the auto axe, but just for out and about in the wasteland, I probably would recommend going towards a Warglaive. It's just, there's more damage you get out of it, it's a lot more fun, and then also as well with the mods that you have with it, there's so many different combinations that you can actually use with this weapon. Well, I know there's not a lot on paper there, but there's so many different combinations when it comes to the different damage numbers and effects that you can get with this particular weapon. But we'll look at this weapon at a different time, and we'll make another video when it comes to that, because today we are talking about the Electro Enforcer. But again, I wanted to be as brutally honest as I possibly can. So let's take a look at the build. Now, when it comes to the build, obviously, look, as I said, I am low health, but this is a sort of typical two-handed melee build. If you want to get the most sort of damage out of the weapon itself, you want to be looking at the likes of Master Slugger, Expert Slugger, and then also as well Slugger, because that will give you 60% extra damage when it comes to your two-handed melee weapons. Now, I know I mentioned Martial Artist, and I was correct, that was the right one, well, hey, but when it comes to Martial Artist, as you can see there, yes, it will give you weapon weight reduction up to 60%, but then also you will be able to swing your melee weapons 30% faster, and you will notice a massive difference without this card on, and without the 40% faster swing speed. You'll notice a huge difference when you actually do equip them. But other than that as well, when it comes to the rest of the build, again, look, don't read too much into this, because I probably sound like a broken record. I've said this loads of times already here, but it's good to let people know that obviously in December a lot of these cards will be changing in terms of their categories, like luck and then endurance and things like that. So kind of take this with a pinch of salt for now, because in January I will be making an update with a ton of build videos here on the channel with basically as a reflection of the changes that have been made with the December update. But yeah, those are the main cards you want to be looking at. Look, if you wanted to, you could swap this out for Incisor. I know Martial Artist, as I said there, it is great because it will give you faster swing speed, but if you wanted to, you could swap this out for Incisor. With Incisor, you will obviously get 75% armor penetration, but be aware that if you do have the anti-armor effect on your weapon, I'm nearly sure it is capped at 90%. So it's kind of like, you just have to make your own sort of decision on this. Do you want to sort of sacrifice an extra 30% swing speed for the likes of armor penetration, or would you rather have 40 or 75% armor penetration and only 40% swing speed? But I have noticed though, with this weapon, you will notice with the damage, with the poison mod, there isn't really much need for the likes of Incisor. But going up against tankier enemies, like maybe against Mylar Queens and things like that, maybe Incisor might be a good one to go for. But yeah, look, personally, I like Martial Artist. Then the rest of the build, we've got Concentrated Fire just so we can VATS. Also as well, one other card I would recommend for the build is Radicool. The greater your rads, the greater your strength, because the more strength you have, the more damage you'll be dealing. And then again, if you wanted to pause the video here so you can get a quick overview of the build, go ahead and do so if you want to mimic this, whatever way you want to do it. But then other than that as well, we have popped in Ninja there because we can utilize sneak. So sneak attacks with melee weapons will deal an additional 90% sneak attack damage. And then also because we are low health, we've popped in Nerd Rage. Again, look, when we will be going full health, we won't be utilizing this card at all. But also as well, I've popped in Makeshift Warrior just so our melee weapons break 80% slower. Other than that, for more sort of DPS and damage, Bloody Mess, that will give you 15% bonus damage. Ricochet just for mitigation. Curator, I have popped that in because you can utilize the melee Bobblehead. That'll give you an extra bit of damage there when it comes to melee weapons. And then with Curator, it'll mean your Bobbleheads will last twice as long. But yeah, look, pause the video here if you want to get an overview. But then also when it comes to the legendary effects, I've just maxed out all the special stats. So luck, charisma, strength, agility, intelligence, and endurance, just mainly so that we can actually stick in more of the cards that are in here in the actual build. But anyway, moving on to the armor armor and the mutations and things like that. So the armor that I have on, again, I am on a custom world. I am using a full set of unyielding thorn armor, and then I've also stuck in the +2 to strength there, just so we can get a little bit more damage when it comes to our melee weapons. Then also as well, when it comes to our special stats, as you can see there, yes, my strength is currently sitting at 69. Wahey! But then also as well, look, there's other ways you can obviously boost that even further with food buffs, with aid buffs, all that kind of stuff. So look, there's a lot of people out there, you know yourself, you could even push that even further up to about 75, 80, 85. There's a few different combinations you can actually incorporate to even maximize that even further. But when it comes to the effects, this is what we're currently getting at the moment. So we've got all of our bonuses there from our perk cards. Then with our thorn armor, we're getting melee attacks cause plus 250 bleed damage over 10 seconds. We've also popped in for our food buffs Deathclaw Wellington, just to give us +6 to our strength. Pemmican, +6 to our endurance. We also have Tasty Yogwai Roast in there, because that will give us plus 170% melee damage. And then moving down here, well, actually, before I do, one little quick tip: make sure you're fully fed, because you will get +1 to your strength. And as I've said already, the more strength, the more damage. But then moving on to your mutations, I have Adrenal Reaction in there, so while at low health, we get plus 50% damage. Then we've got Carnivore, so we can get double benefits while eating meat-based meals, because look, there's a lot more meat-based meals that are sort of beneficial to melee builds, so it's better to go that way. Herd Mentality, Marsupial, Speed Demon, and then Twisted Muscles, because with Twisted Muscles, you will get 25% extra melee damage and also a chance to cripple a limb. So it's definitely, not saying a 100% thing that you need for a melee build, but it's always recommended if you are speccing into a melee build to go with Twisted Muscles. So yeah, look, that's everything. That's the armor. Those are the weapons. As I've said, I'm going to go with a bloodied version for low health, and then also an anti-armor just when we're going for the full health demonstration. So yeah, look, let's do it, folks. Let's go over and do a little bit of testing, and let's see exactly what this weapon is like against a few different enemies in the Wasteland. So let's go. Alrighty, we are over here in West Tech, and as you can see here, we are going to be using the bloodied variant, so the 40% faster swing speed and +3 to our strength. We're currently getting 304 base damage, 584 poison damage, and 1,887 poison damage over time. So let's try this out on a level 100 super mutant. I'm expecting a one-shot, and there you go. And then as you can see, he will die. So you can see there is a little bit of a delay. That's not any server issue. That is just literally because you will get them to about maybe 5% health or 10% health, and then the poison damage will then kick in after. So similar to this, where is the little mutant hound? There he is. We'll give him a smack in the head there, and then he will go down, and then same with him, and then he will eventually die. So there you go. And then you probably wondered as well, you know, when I was talking about the likes of a Warglaive, I mean, you're even going to see the difference here. Like, yes, you can one-hit enemies with the Electro Enforcer, but I mean, look at the difference here when I go up against a super mutant. So I'm going to smack him in the head. There he goes, down instantly. And that's the difference, you know, so you are sacrificing a little bit of time here when it comes to this weapon. Again, look, this is a level 100 super mutant, so there you go. It takes a little bit of time for him to go down. Now, break and sneak, same thing, you know, they're taking a little bit of time to go down. And then also with the Mutant Hound, we got a one hit there because he is level 75. And then again, look, when it comes to the likes of adrenaline and things like that kicking in, you might actually be able to just completely one-tap an enemy and then they'll go down instantly. But with most enemies, and if you're not even running adrenaline, it is going to be a case that you will more than likely one-hit them, but it'll take a few seconds for them to actually go down. And you see the sneak attack damage, almost 3 times sneak attack damage, and it's still hitting them in one shot, but it's still taking time for him to actually go down with the damage over time effect. And again, the same thing with him there as well. Like, there you go, it's gonna be the exact same. So if you swap over to the Warglaive, as you can see, boom. Oh wait, no, I missed him. There you go, down, and then also I'm gonna completely break sneak here. Gone, level 100. Oh, 2 shots. Oh, well, he was a legendary, so I'll give him a little bit of credit. And then with him, again, a one shot. Or one hit, there you go, one hit and down. So you can obviously see the difference there, and I mean, that's why I'm just saying that, you know, if you really wanted to, you really want to maximize, you know, getting through enemies as quick as possible, I probably would recommend going with maybe with the Warglaive or the Auto Axe, but as you can see, the Electro Enforcer, it still will do in and around the same sort of damage, but will just take a little bit more time for them to actually drop to their feet. Or just completely fall flat on their face. See, look, here we go, a couple of seconds, and he's down. We'll actually test this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, about 4 or 5 seconds, and there you go, down. So yeah, you've got 4 or 5 seconds of the difference there compared to just literally running around and then just going, where is he gone? Oh, I missed him. Well, there you go. Whoop, boom, there you go. One shot and dead. One shot and dead. One shot and dead. So yeah, bit of a difference there between the two of them. But anyway, look, let's go over and test out a couple of Scorch Beasts with this weapon. Not the Warglaive, but the Electro Enforcer. And let's see exactly what it's like with that. Let's go. Alrighty, we are down here at the fissure site just outside of the White Springs. And we're going to try and get this level 100 Scorch Beast to land. And he should land momentarily here. I just don't want to get any radiation damage here because I do have quite a lot of rads on me at the moment. So let's hopefully try and get him to land now. Where is he gone? Oh, he did. There he is. There he is. All right, let's try this to see exactly what it's like. So against a Scorch Beast. Oh, we got smacked in the head there. Oh, come on. Let me hit you. Let me hit you. So there we go. As you can see, there is the damage that we are dealing at the moment. The poison over time effect is still kicking in. But you can see there, like, that is like, that's pretty much the damage we're going to be dealing. So we've got, what, 490 there base damage that we're getting, and finally he is almost gone. Well, actually, we'll let the poison over time effect kick in, see if that will actually work. Will it actually work? Yeah, there it goes. We've got a couple of ghouls here. But obviously, look, if we were using something different, then, you know, maybe we're actually using the Warglaive or we're using the Auto Axe, it would have been a little bit more faster than the likes of the Electro Enforcer. But you can see there the kind of damage that we were dealing. It was pretty good, took a little bit of time, but at least you know, you're able to take it down. All right, what we'll do is we'll quickly go over and test this on a Super Mutant Behemoth, because I know you'd probably like to see exactly what it's like on a Behemoth. So let's go and check it out over there and smack this guy. Boom, and he is dead. All right, let's go. So here we go, down at the pond that we like to go and kill Super Mutant Behemoths at. Let's get him out of the water. There you go, rise and shine, buddy. Let's go and smack you in the head. Boom. Smack in the head. And then he smacked me in the head as well. All right, let's try a couple of VATS hits on him and see exactly what it's like. I mean, there you go. There's the poison damage kicking in as well. He still can't get me. Got a couple of crit shots in there. Oh, and let's try him in the head as well. 247. Oh, he blocked that one. He blocked that one as well. Oh, he's blocking everything. There you go. 630 damage. And can we get one more shot in on him? Boom. Oh, no, we missed. There we go. And then we'll let the poison over time effect kick in there. And there it goes. Didn't even have to do anything. So also up against the Behemoth. It takes a little bit of time. And also against a Scorch Beast, takes a good few hits to get it in there, but still very good. You can obviously, you know, do a little bit of damage anyway, and then also with the poison effect, it will definitely kick in there eventually and help out with that damage. So what we'll do is we'll go over to full health and we'll try this out on a couple of super mutants and the same thing as well. So let's go. Alrighty, we are back over here at West Tech and we are now spec'd into our full health version. Now, I just want to quickly note that there will be a big difference when it comes to the damage numbers here. Obviously, look, the difference between low health and full health, obviously with the benefits that we're getting here with the lower our health and the more rads that we have, we're obviously getting more strength with all of those perk cards incorporated and all of the extra, the buffs and all that kind of stuff. But there is a big difference between the low health variant and the full health variant. But with the full health variant, as you can see here, the base damage that we're getting is 145. We're also getting 157 poison damage and then 901 poison damage over 7 seconds. So it is a very big difference here that you're going to notice. But what I probably would recommend then, if you wanted to, if I can actually go back into my BitBoy, there we go. If you wanted to kind of maybe compensate for the lack of damage that you are losing out on, I then probably would recommend maybe taking off Martial Artist and then sticking on Incisor for this. So maybe if you're going full health with this weapon, I would maybe maybe swap out those two cards there, because obviously with Incisor you will get that 75% armor penetration, but again, remember, if you do have an anti-armor version of this, it is capped at 90%, so just be aware that that is the difference there. So you will be sacrificing swing speed, but at least you will be making up a little bit of damage anyway when it comes to Incisor. But we're not going to do that because we want to obviously test these exactly as they are, so not really switching up anything in the build. So here we go, let's go and see exactly what this is like now on a level 100. Probably maybe 1 or 2 hits to him, but let's just try it out. So there you go, 1 and then 2. So yeah, that's the difference in that there. And then again, you know what, 4, 5, 6 seconds of the difference, another 2 shots. Yeah, so it looks pretty much that it will be what, 2 shots to a super mutant, level 100 super mutant anyway. He was 3 actually, so that was 1 and then 2. So yeah, I think that's pretty much what the basis of this is going to be. So if you're full health, you're pretty much going to get a 1 shot in there. If you're full health, it's probably going to take up to 2 hits with particular enemies. And then there you go, we've got 1, and then again we've got 2. Then also as well, let's try that, 1 and 2. Oh, that was 3 actually, so there you go, there's 3 hits in on him, and then eventually he is going to die, so there you go. And then what we'll do is we'll actually switch over to the Warglaive just to see exactly what that is like at full health, just to compare the difference and see maybe would that be a little bit better to go with. Let's try it out here. So level 60, 1 hit, there you go, there's 1 hit to him. Oh, he's a level 100, let me just jump up there and smack you in the face, buddy. There you go, 1 and 2. So yeah, that's the difference. So if you wanted to, low health, pretty much 1 shot. Full health, it's going to take you 2 shots. With Super Mutant Hounds, yeah, 2 hits there. There you go, 2 hits and down. Completely broke sneak here, so this should definitely show what it is like. Oh, there you go, 1 shot to the head. Now, I didn't actually see was he level 100 or 75, but yeah, that was actually quite impressive there, especially at full health. Oh, let me try him again. There we go, 1 and 2. So that was 2 shots. And let's try this this guy up here, right to the head. Can I hit him? Oh, 1 and 2. Yeah, so 2 shots, and then in some cases, you know, if you've got adrenaline proc there as well, it'll probably be 1 shot to the head as well. Obviously, look, when it comes to super mutant behemoths and things like that, it'll more than likely be the exact same sort of result. It's going to take a lot more shots to or a lot more hits to get that you know, to get them fully down. And then again, with the likes of Scorch Beasts and stuff like that as well, it's more than likely going to be the exact same result. It's just going to take a little bit longer when it comes to the hits that you're doing. So as you can see here, direct comparison, it's still good. That's with the actual, sorry, that's with the Warglaive, but with the Electro Enforcer, it's the exact same. So 1, 2, so 2 shots. That's pretty much it. That's the difference between low health and full health. So look, you can still run a very viable full health build with this and still get away with a lot of damage. And then, to be honest though, I would say if you're going up against like Mylar Queens and you're getting very up close and personal with tanky enemies, yeah, maybe running full health might be a little bit more beneficial if you're taking quite a lot of rads and all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, look, it's up to you. Look, as you can see, the demonstrations that we've done here, you can make your decision of what you kind of prefer to go with. But yeah, that's the difference. It's good. It still is very, very good. And it's still a very, very good weapon. But again, I'll go back to what I said originally. When it comes to the two-handed weapons, I probably would maybe go with the likes of a Warglaive or even the likes of an Auto Axe. Alright folks, so what we'll do is let's quickly wrap this video up here for today. I hope you enjoyed, so let's hop on out of here. Let's go. However, that's everything for today. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments on the Electro Enforcer and which mods and legendary effects you prefer to use. As always, if you found today's video informative, consider giving the video a like and consider subscribing to the channel so you never miss out on future videos. To our channel members and subscribers, thank you for your continued support and helping the channel to grow. If you're picking up anything over on the Bethesda Gear Store and you'd like to support the channel, you can use my creator code BT76Zeton until November 19th to receive 20% off your entire purchase. Until next time, stay safe out there in the wasteland, welcome to Vault 93, and I'll catch you all in the next video.